Hello internet world, and welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. Now in today's video you're going to see me do something I haven't done in a video ever before, and that is a taste test. But before I do that, I just want to bring you up to date with what's been happening on the channel over the last few weeks. And before I do that, I just want to bring this into view for you. This is the microphone I use for my live broadcasts. Now I get a lot of questions from you about what I use for the videos I produce and also the live broadcasts. For my videos that I pre-record, I'll probably cover that in another video, but just very quickly, the most often asked question I get is what microphone do you use? And this is the Rode NT USB, so a little bit of a behind the scenes information for you on what I use to produce these videos. Now I haven't done a live broadcast for a long time, but as always I always say a big shout out to the first 4 of you in the live chat. So a big hello to Patrick Sullivan, JFK4NZ, Aaron Stoy and Jazz Shampoo. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and thank you to everyone who's tuned in as well. I really do appreciate it. You will have noticed that over the past couple of weeks there haven't been many, I think probably about one I did, live broadcasts basically. They've all been pre-recorded videos for the last few weeks, and the reason for that is that we suffered a flood here, and it was an absolute nightmare to deal with. Thankfully that has now all been put right. It was only material things that were damaged, and so now I'm back to being able to do the live broadcast because there's no work going on, so no background noise. And I was very conscientious about that because I didn't want to produce a live broadcast for you guys and then have noise of sort of drills and hammering and workmen and tradesmen coming in and out. It would have been very distracting for me, but also not very pleasant for you guys and girls as well. So thank you very much for bearing with us. Now something else I just want to show you very quickly, again if you haven't seen this on the channel, I'm going to play you a little bit of a video which is up in its entirety on the channel, so please do check it out, and you'll be able to see some of sort of the information about the flood and how we dried out the room. So I'm going to play that for you now. It has been a very difficult couple of months, and in fact if you watch my videos regularly you'll know that they don't normally sound all echoey like this, and the reason for the poor audio is the room I'm sitting in now is in fact the room where I would normally record quite a few of my videos, and also the room where we relax, and it was subject to a flood, a hot water flood, and in fact approximately 3,000 litres of water. So if you would like to see that video in its entirety, then please do check out the main Geekanoids channel. If you search through my video uploads over the past few days, you will be able to see that for yourself. Now I will take some questions a little bit later on because this is a live video, so we're going to do a Q&A session as well towards the latter part of this video. I see somebody mentioning here, Kevin, saying the audio sounds a little bit tinny. It might well be my audio levels. Let me see if I can adjust that down for you a little bit. It might just be that I've got the audio a little bit hot. That might be a bit better for you. So let me know if you're still struggling with the audio levels. It seems to be peaking a little bit, so let's adjust it down for you, and hopefully that'll be a little bit more bearable. So in today's video I'm going to do a true Manuka honey taste test. And the reason I'm going to do this, if you've watched my videos for a long time, and this isn't sponsored, but you can find a link to the True Honey Company down in the video description area. But the reason I'm going to do this is I'm a big fan of Manuka honey. In fact, I started enjoying Manuka honey, I think it was probably, I would say about 6, 7, maybe even 8 years ago. And it is extremely expensive, and the price when I first started eating this, sort of just one spoonful a day, and I started doing it for the health benefits, and ever since then the price seems to have continually risen. It's very, very expensive in the supermarkets, and I did a bit of searching and found
this company, the True Honey Company. I'm going to read a little bit off of one side of this, because this is what makes this very, very special, because this is got an MGO rating of 300 plus. Let me give you a close-up of that. So it says on the side here, the MGO rating measures the levels of Manuka potency in each jar, and because we only sell MGO 300 plus and above, and they do go way above 300, you know you're always getting the good stuff. We hope you enjoy it. And on the ingredients, it just contains, this just contains New Zealand Manuka honey. So I'm going to give you a look at that. It says no sort of additives or anything. It's beautifully presented in this box, and you can buy higher MGO ratings on their website. And I really have found that not only does this soothe my throat, but there are other health benefits as well. And since I've been taking it, touch wood, I've sort of got less colds, and I just really enjoy it now. I did struggle taking it straight off the spoon before. When I first started eating it, I would put it in sort of green tea and lemon, but now I just take it straight off the spoon. So let's have a look inside. So as I say, it's a really nice box, and I have already unsealed this because I wanted to just have a little look and also take a photo of it as well. So it's presented like so. So we've got the jar inside. Really nice presentation. It says on the side here, hello there, thanks for letting us share our authentic Manuka honey with you. So it's got some extra detail on the side of the box. So let's just open this up. So there we go. On the bottom here it says best before 14th of October 2018. Now, even though I opened this, I have not yet tasted this. So this is going to be a first taste test. This is a 400 gram jar, so it's one of their larger jars. And I'm just really looking forward to taking a look. So let's crack this open. There we go. Wow. Oh, that smells really nice. Let me give you a close-up look inside this jar. Look at that. Pure honey. Very, very nice label as well. Really nicely packaged and presented. So let's take a taste test of this. And I'm going to go all in with a whole spoon, but try not to get it over my desk. Now, if you're doing this with a whole spoonful, it is very, very difficult. If you've never taken honey off the spoon before, you might struggle. So you might want to start with it in a drink. So let's go for it. Oh wow. You know what? I thought that I wasn't going to be able to do that because it's such a high MGO rating. Wow. That just melts on the palate. That is so nice. I could eat another spoonful straight away. That is really very, very smooth. And you can certainly, I'm just going to put the lid back on. You can certainly tell the quality of that. It's obviously very sweet. You can really tell that is a pure honey, and it just totally melts on the palate and tastes very, very nice indeed. That is very, very nice. So smooth. So I really do rate that already. That's so different to the supermarket bought honeys that I've had before. It's very hard to describe, and probably after a week or so of eating this, I'll probably have more of an opinion on it, but it certainly tastes very, very nice indeed. And a good way of giving you a comparison actually is if I was doing a taste test or eating supermarket bought honey, so I was buying maybe an MGO rating of maybe 30 or 50. The supermarket one had a slight tinge to it that didn't quite, almost as though it had added sugar. I know it probably didn't, but as though they'd made it too sweet, and it certainly didn't melt like that. That is so nice. Very, very nice flavour to it. and a really nice aroma to it as well. So I can highly recommend this. This is top quality stuff, so please do check out the links down in the video description to the True Honey Company. We just pop that on there so you can see it. Let me know in the comment section, and indeed in the live chat, if you actually eat honey yourself, or if you have it in a drink for sweetening a drink. It's much better for you than refined sugar, let me tell you that. Very nice indeed. Now let me know also in the live chat if you've got any questions, because I'm now going to open this video up to the Q&A session. So if you've got any questions at all, please do let me know. Whilst you're doing that, I have been playing around with some graphics. I just want to encourage you to follow me on Twitter at Geekanoids. Please do follow me there. I tweet pretty much once or twice an hour with little updates throughout the day, so please do follow me on Twitter. I've also been stepping up my Instagram game as well. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, let me just grab my camera here. I have been really stepping up my Instagram game. Instead of capturing my images with my smartphone for the past week on Instagram, you would have seen a real increase in quality on the Instagram photos. And I've been capturing them with my new Fuji camera. This is the XH1. I did a video on this on the channel about a week or so ago. It's got the 16 to 55mm lens on, and I've been using this for photography mainly, believe it or not, even though I create so much video. I have also tested the video capture on this since my little mini review, and the video is absolutely stunning. Very good indeed. Throughout my years of creating on YouTube, one of the cameras I kept coming back to was the Panasonic Lumix range. I've still got my G85, it's sitting on the shelf behind me here, but the GH5 is no longer with me. I've swapped out the GH5 for the XH1. The 4K video quality on here is really very nice, and if you take a look at my Instagram, then you'll see just how good the photos look as well. You'll see a big jump in improvement. Now a question's coming from Patrick, and I always struggle actually pronouncing this word correctly. Patrick's asked, what does MGO stand for? MGO is the methylglyoxal rating. I've probably pronounced that really badly, so it's methylglyoxal, and it's a rating. It's a bit like measuring the horsepower or the purity of the honey. So the 300 plus is very good rating, but I think if you check out the True Honey Company, they go all the way up to about 1200, and the higher the rating, the more expensive the honey is, unfortunately. So please do check that out, and there is in fact a little description underneath the video which explains a little bit about MGO. JFK4NZ, who is from New Zealand it seems, says it's really expensive here in New Zealand too. In fact, all honey is currently due to the Varroa virus. Oh dear, that must be something I'd love to know what that is actually, so I'm going to do a quick Google search on that, because I would really like to know what that is. But how strange, or how great actually, that you're tuned into the video and I'm featuring something that's actually from New Zealand. That is very cool. And this Varroa virus is actually a deadly virus to honeybees. Oh my goodness. So, and it's actually destroying honeybee pathogen. That's really sad to hear. I wonder if it's sort of treatable, or how they're trying to protect their bees from this. So that's really concerning. So thank you very much for sharing that information. JFK4NZ is also saying you can also apply Manuka honey topically on cuts and sores, etc. It's very healing. That's really interesting information as well. I never knew that. You learn something new every single day. One of my pet hates though is sticky fingers, and although I'm sure you could rub it in and then sort of wipe it off with a cloth and it probably wouldn't leave any sticky residue, I really hate it's one of the things that makes me really go on edge, is if I've got something sticky on my hands, I literally can't concentrate until I've got rid of it. So Aaron Stoy says a 1000 plus is absolutely awesome. So I might try 1000 plus next time. Certainly if the True Honey Company are watching this, you've got a winner on your hands here. I absolutely love it. It is very, very nice indeed. Kevin Ambrose, older smart TV, LG and Samsung will not support updated apps, i.e. TalkTalk, so can now no longer play my films on my TV that I have purchased without buying TalkTalk's box. That is very, very bad. That is really bad. You'd expect some sort of longevity in support for a particular movie format, so I'm really that's really sort of concerning to actually hear that. Talking of TVs, you mentioned your smart TV, from LG and Samsung. I actually published a video today on the channel on one of the very latest Sony XF90 4K HDR TVs. And it's a really great television set. I've been very, very surprised about the black levels on it. Really great image quality, much more responsive than the previous generation from Sony. So please do check that out. That went up on the channel just today. And also, if you look behind me here, little sneak peek of a video coming up very soon, just over there, over my shoulder there is a new monitor there. That is a 4K or UHD HDR monitor, so 27-inch UHD HDR supported monitor, and that's manufactured by LG, and I'm going to be bringing you that review in about a week's time after I've had a good length of time using the monitor. So please do keep an eye out for that. But early indications on using that is it's a fantastic monitor, very, very good indeed. Sahil Parekh is asking, how do we know the honey is genuine? Well, if you're purchasing true Manuka honey and you purchase direct from the True Honey Company, then you know you're getting the real deal. If you're purchasing from a third party, I assume they would have some authorised resellers, but certainly purchasing direct means that you are getting the real deal from them. Kevin Ambrose, they said you can play films on your iPad, so family all huddled around the iPad is not good. I know the feeling on that, because when we experienced the flood here, the TV watching we were doing was on a smaller TV with just catch-up services and a lot more use of the iPad and or the Kindle Fire HD10. And that Kindle Fire HD10, again, video came out on that on the channel a little while back, and that is proving to be a very, very good purchase. It is extremely good for playing back YouTube videos. We've got here a question from the unexpected. Hello to you, thanks for tuning in. What version of Android does the Sony TV that you reviewed earlier? Well, the Sony TV that I originally reviewed latter part of last year was on Android version 7.0 something, and then I think this one is on 7.0 something at the moment as well. So it's on the very latest version of Android TV. I think the difference between the two models, so on the previous generation and this new model, it has a slightly faster processor. Also, they've improved the local dimming areas on the TV. Do watch that video, it gives you all of the improvements that I've seen with my eyes. And certainly it is indeed running a lot more responsive as well. So the previous generation ran really well for the first few days, and then it really started to get laggy. This one's been running for about just over a week now, and it seems to be, touch wood again, it seems to be running very, very well indeed. JFK4NZ, are you still using that Sony 4K TV that you reviewed as a main monitor? Still recommended. I've never used the Sony 4K TV as a main monitor. I've always used my LG ultra wide here for my main sort of computer monitor, and I've used my iMac and now an external display as well. If you're saying am I still using it as my main TV, the one that I reviewed last year got flood damage, so it's no longer in use. It has been replaced by this new 2018 model. But yeah, I would still recommend the previous generation if you can get it for a good price. Now that the new 2018 versions of all manufacturers' TVs are slowly becoming available, the latter end of last month and through into April, now that we're getting these new 2018 models, you should see the 2017 models drop in price quite considerably. I've even seen offers on the new 2018 models already, including the new LG OLED, the C8. they're doing a £500 cashback already. So I think that indicates it probably was priced right at the top end of what they expected they could get, but that's already been lowered in price. The LG C7 models, the OLEDs from last year, you're seeing discounts on those quite considerably, but from my research on the OLED panels, you seem to play this sort of panel lottery. You don't know if you're going to get a good one or a bad one. I even spoke to somebody who saw some sort of setup with either 6 or 12 of these OLEDs all being tested side by side, and half of them were bad panels, which is very, very concerning. They were like patchy and you had banding and things like that. With the Sony, which is a traditional LED or LCD TV, you don't seem to have that panel lottery so much. You don't get as deeper blacks with LED TVs, but certainly this new model that I've got, the black levels are very, very good indeed. So thanks very much for all your questions. You've given me some good questions there. I really do appreciate you all tuning in. This week, so the rest of this week, apart from, let me just check my schedule, apart from tomorrow, which is a pre-recorded video, very exciting product to share with you tomorrow, the rest of this week is going to be live videos again. They will be at impromptu times till I get back into the swing of things, so do bear with me, but I will always tweet them out. So as I said earlier, if you want to catch when I'm going live on YouTube, do look for your notifications, subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell for notifications. But if you also follow me on Twitter at Geekanoids, then I always tweet there as well when I'm going to go live on YouTube. So please do follow me there. And of course on Instagram if you want to see my photos as well. So anyway, thanks very much everybody. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to tune in to the channel. I'll see you again tomorrow for the pre-recorded video, and then of course the rest of the week for some more live broadcasts. Thanks very much for watching. Please do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.